Hi, today we are going to study the concept of growth rate or derivative of a function. Let's go. We have here a point Q. In our graph of a function, and we have here our point P. And by projection, here in the x-axis, we have x is the value of this projection, and for P we have a projection in the point A of this open domain. And by connection of this point to this projection in the y-axis, we have the image of x, f of x, and here this is the same thing for a. In the relation of this function by projection in y-axis, we have f of a. Now to find the equation for the derivative of this function, we have to make one trick. We have to find one equivalent distance here for this path. And for that, we are trying to find the shadow of this path by projection in this domain of the function. We know this distance is, in this sense, negative of x-axis is x minus a. X minus a. The shadow of this distance of path of this graph function called h. H located in the same distance of x minus a in this sense. So h equal to x minus a. So x is equal to a plus h. And now we have two values for the same distance. And to keep only one value, we go to from this value and we replace x here by this value a plus h, and we do the same thing for in the y-axis, and we make f of a plus h in the place of f of x before. And now we know that the movement of this particle or this point Q to this particle or this point location point P, in this sense we have to measure this quantity by projection in y-axis after our projection for the shadow of this function in the domain of this function in x-axis. So our range is the growth rate here from here to here. So from here to here is this distance. And when this shadow tends towards 0, a plus h tends towards a in the sense negative of x. So we have to find the limit when h tends towards 0, to find the limit when h tends toward 0, we have the relation of growth rate when a plus h tends towards a plus h in the sense negative of x, we have minus a, and in the numerator we have f of a plus h minus f of a, and because we have a and minus a, so this relation is equal to limit when h tends towards 0 of f of a plus h minus f of a over h is our relation to find this quantity. I hope it's clear. See you next video. Thank you very much.